Okay, so as you can see, I have managed to finish tracing all of, my case, my little birds. Right? Some of you did other things, and that's great. So now it's time to actually do the warm and cool colors. Now our warm colors are going to go inside the circles. Our cool colors are going to go outside our circles. So this is where some of you might get tripped up. It's a little tricky. So I'm going to go through some of these colors with you. You also have a color wheel to compare, right? So in these bags, which most likely we'll have to share with your neighbor, there is a bunch of markers. Okay? Now, some of which we will not use. So here we go. If you look at this, right, we are not going to use any brown, black, or tan. Okay? So you can see these three right here. Yeah, we're not going to use these. So that leaves us with a bunch of others. So let's see what we got. I'm going to put these right back in the bag. Okay? We have what looks to be a darker violet, or almost maybe a blue violet. Hey, that's going to work. We can use that one. It's a cool color. Blue, cool. And here's a gray. We don't want that either. So you can put that, if you find it, right back in the bag with the brown and the blacks. All right. So here we have what looks to be, oh, that's a red violet. Let's keep that over there. I think there's another red violet. This might even be the same, slightly different. Okay. So these two are warm colors. We're going to put those separate from our cools. Okay. Here's a yellow green. That's a cool color. Here is a peachy color. Okay. Peach is kind of a combination of orange and pink, which is part of red. So this one is a warm color. Okay. So that with the warms. There's a red. We're going to put that with the warms. This is the yellow orange. We're going to put that with the warm. Orange. That with the warm. There's another orange. Put that over there. Okay. So this is more of a yellow. Green. That's a cool color. So we'll put that in that pile. Blue green. Cool. Another green. Slightly darker. Still a cool color. Violet. Yes, it's lighter, but it's still violet, so that's a cool color. Lighter blue. Cool color. And then pink. Pink is simply a lighter version of red. So this is going to go with our warms. Okay? Use this to figure all of them out yourself if you need to. Okay? Now, as I said, the warm colors are going to go inside the circles. The cool's outside. So I'm going to pick a warm color. And inside the circle, I can see this bird's wing. Okay? So I'm going to outline it. And then I'm going to carefully fill it in, but only the part that is in the circle. Like so. Then I'm going to move on to a different warm color. Outline the part of the object that is in the circle again. But only the part that is in the circle. And then very, very carefully and neatly, 8 rows of color, fill that in. staying in my lines and everything. It looks like I have a third part of my animal that's inside this circle. This time I'm kind of using this red violet. So there's 3 warm colors inside the circle. Also see a tiny little bit of one right there. I didn't notice that before. All right, so there's a little tiny bit inside the circle there. So I'm going to use the tip of my marker and nice and neatly fill that in. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the parts of these animals that are outside my circle. They're going to get my cool colors. So, always outline first. It makes it easier to color in. And fill it in. So warm colors in, cool colors out, switching when you hit the edge of the circle. And that is how we are going to do the entire paper. Anytime you see a circle, you've got to train your brain to think, okay, inside there, I'm going to do my fire colors or my warm colors. And then outside of the circles, my nature colors that represent like water or plants and trees. Okay. And there you have it. So you will continue to do this. Zoom in for you guys. And you will continue to do this until your paper is finished.